You ever meet someone and think, okay, he might have some potential? He's put together, seems confident. You exchange numbers. He calls a couple days later and you pick up with just the right amount of nonchalance, like, hello, like you don't know who it is. You know who it is. And then he starts talking, and everything out of his mouth sounds like you heard it all before. Like, I'm a real one. I don't play no games. Or I'm not like those other guys. Or I'm looking for a queen. And you're waiting for something real, something specific, and it never comes. And by the time he asks you to dinner, you know you ain't going nowhere with this guy. So you let him down easy and you move on. And he could have been a great guy, but he didn't give you much to work with. So now here's the kicker. I want you to think about this. Some of your potential clients are having the exact same experience on your therapy website. They land on your page, they like what they see, and then they start reading. I provide a warm, supportive space. My approach is compassionate and client centered, or I'm here to help. Same script, different website. And if you lucky, they scroll a bit, waiting to feel something, and it never comes. So they close the tab and they keep looking. And if you don't have a website at all, now that's the guy, he ain't even called. He just sent the what you doing text and expected you to respond to that. Your potential clients looked you up, found nothing, and moved on to someone who actually showed up. So today we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about how to fix it. I'm Chris Dunkers, and I'm a licensed therapist, and I'm the founder of Crystal Renee, and I help therapists in private practice translate the depth of their clinical work into clear client-centered messaging and build websites that reflect it. So if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button because every week I'm posting new content on messaging, websites, and private practice marketing so you can stop guessing and start getting the right clients through your door. All right, let's get into it. First, let's talk about what messaging that converts actually means, because conversion sounds like a marketing word, and I want to make sure we're on the same page. A conversion on a therapy website is not necessarily only about a sale, it's a moment of recognition. A potential client reads your homepage and feels seen and understood and confident enough to take the next step. That might mean filling out your contact form, booking a consultation, or just staying on your site long enough, or even coming back to it several times to actually learn more about you. Your website is a decision making tool, and the decision your visitor is making, often in under about 30 seconds, is whether they're in the right place. Good messaging answers three questions almost immediately. Is this for me? Does this person understand what I'm actually going through? And what do I do next? When your website doesn't answer all three clearly and quickly, most people leave before they even get to your credentials or your about page. Now, here's the part that trips most therapists up. There's a particular way we're trained to communicate. Clinical language, careful language, language that's accurate and professional and broad enough to cover all bases and complete enough to pass an insurance audit. Listen, I'm a therapist and I get it. But that same training that makes you really good at what you do makes writing your website significantly harder. The copy I see on most therapists' websites sound like this. I provide a warm, supportive space for individuals navigating life's challenges. And I get why that's there. It's warm, it's professional, and it's technically accurate, but it describes every therapist, or at least it should, but that's another discussion. Anyway, it doesn't reflect a specific person's lived experience. It doesn't create the moment of recognition that makes someone feel seen. Therapists write to sound professional instead of to connect. They write to cover all their bases instead of speaking to one person. They stay so far away from specificity out of fear of excluding someone, they wind up not connecting with anybody. So let me show you what specific messaging actually looks like in practice. Take, I help adults with anxiety. Accurate. Also tells a potential client almost nothing. Which adults? What kind of anxiety? What does their life actually look like on a Tuesday afternoon? Now, try this instead. You're the person who looks completely fine from the outside, but your brain is running a constant loop of what ifs, worst case scenarios, and did I say the wrong thing replays. The right person reads that and thinks she's describing me. That's the shift. Now, look at how most therapy websites handle modalities. They list CBT, EMDR, trauma informed care, and IFS, and stop right there. But your potential clients, they're not searching for modalities, they're searching for someone who can actually help them feel better. So instead of, I use cognitive behavioral therapy, try this. We'll start to notice the thought patterns that keep pulling you back into the same place and figure out how to interrupt them before they take over your whole day. See, same concept, completely different experience for the reader. And your homepage, listen, your homepage has one job, and it's to make a specific person feel immediately understood and show them exactly what to do next. When the first thing someone reads is a reflection of their actual experience, they stay, they read more, they reach out. And when the first thing they read is a list of your credentials and services, most of them, they just leave. So, how do you actually fix it? Get specific about who you're actually writing to, not a demographic, a real person. What does their day look like? What have they already tried that hasn't worked? What are they tired of thinking about? The more clearly you can hold that person in your mind, the more directly you will be able to write to them. When you do start writing, lead with their experience before you mention your credentials. Your potential client hasn't decided to trust you yet. What creates that initial trust is the feeling of being understood. Credentials come later once they already feel seen. And repeat your core message more than it feels comfortable. And I know that sounds strange, but hear me out. People don't read websites the way they read like a book. They scan, they jump around, they skim headlines, they glance at the sub headlines, they read a paragraph here or there. Your core message needs to show up in multiple places, like your headline and your sub headline and the body of the copy. And when it only lives in one place, most of your visitors will miss it entirely. And one more thing before we wrap. Most therapists think about private practice marketing as something that happens outside of their website, like social media posts or directory listings or referral networks. And those things matter, but none of them work as well as they could when the website you're pointing to doesn't do its job. Or worse off, there's no website at all and they're just left hanging. So when someone hears about you from a colleague, they go to your website. When they find you on a directory, they go to your website. When they see your Instagram posts and feel curious, they go to your website. And if the message isn't clear when they get there, all of that effort goes to waste. Clear messaging is the foundation that makes every other private practice marketing strategy actually work better. So when your website speaks directly to the right person, your directories perform better, your referrals convert faster, your consultations start from a place of alignment instead of explanation. And honestly, when your website is clear enough, you may not even have to do as many consultations because your site already answered most of their questions and people show up already ready to book. So, getting your message right is one of the smartest moves you can make for your practice. If this video got something moving for you, your next step is the free therapist website checklist. It breaks down the 4 non-negotiables every private practice website needs to be found, trusted, and chosen by the right clients. Brand strategy, website copy, design, and SEO. And the checklist gives you tips for each of those things in one place. And the link is in the description. Go grab it. And if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button because I drop new content every week and you don't want to miss what's coming. So I'll see you next week.